Why am I feeling my own intro? Well, if you can't feel yourself, then why are you here? Guys, welcome back to the Kempire Daily YouTube channel, your number one source for pop culture news and music, entertainment, reality TV, and so much more. This is our weekly recap of the Real Housewives of Dubai. As you know, we watch Beverly Hills and Dubai together on my TikTok every single Wednesday evening. So if you're not following me on TikTok, what are you doing? What are you really doing? As you also know, we promised you when we were recapping the Real Housewives of Dubai, we would start every single recap with this disclaimer, just reminding you where our head is at while watching the show. Don't forget that myself and the Kempire LLC does not support the UAE's history of misogyny, homophobia, or the human rights and women's rights violations. The commentary presented here is meant for fun, open-mindedness, learning, and tolerance. All topics are for entertainment purposes only. None of the information presented in this video or by myself or callers should be taken as fact, and everything is alleged. Okay? All right. Hey, everyone. I'm your boy, The Kempire, and I hope you guys are having a fantastic Thursday. I can't believe it's already about to be the weekend. I believe it's Pride, the big Pride parade here in New York City. I probably won't be going because, as you guys know, I recap some shows on Sundays, so I don't know if I'll have time. I have my obligations to my job. Just saying. But we have a lot to unpack when it comes to the Real Housewives not Beverly Hills, of Dubai. I just rewatched it and rewound multiple scenes. Multiple scenes I had to kind of go back. And why did this episode take 20 minutes before, almost 20 minutes, 17 minutes to be exact, before we got some Chanel Ayan? What? I was like, oh no, this feels a little bit like a slow start. And I was like, oh, where's Chanel? And then she shows up and she makes a monumental splash. But before we get into that, I just want to say shout out to everyone that's watching from around the country and around the world. What's going on? Lunga? There we go. From Botswana, Africa. I love follow your shows, Kempire. Thank you so much. Where's that? Watching from LA. What's going on, LA? Wait, whose birthday is it? Whose birthday? Where's Stephanie? Hold on. Let me find Stephanie. Where's Stephanie? Happy birthday, Stephanie. That makes you a Cancer, right? You're a Cancer. It's Cancer season's here. And Ronnie, happy birthday. Happy birthday to everyone celebrating a birthday. If you're part of our texting community, then you get a special happy birthday from me. But just keep in mind the texting community might be coming to an end. Stay tuned. Join us on Discord. Our mods will post the Discord link in the description, in the live chat. Discord is being it's a lot of fun so far. I don't know about anyone else. Everyone else that's on Discord with me, we're having a good time in there. Real good time talking about a variety of different topics. So join us on Discord if you haven't already. Happy birthday to anyone celebrating a birthday. Happy Cancer season. And of course, happy Pride. All that good stuff. And since we're talking about Pride, let's talk about Dubai. Okay. So if you follow me on Twitter, then you saw I posted a tweet saying, not all this Dubai tea coming in my inbox. But it all makes sense. Last week, I told you watching this series feels like we're watching a tourism series that's trying to promote people to come to Dubai. We also reported to you when Dubai was announced, there was no way in hell that the powers that be at the UAE, hey, that rhymes. The powers that be at the UAE would not allow Bravo or NBC Universal to film in Dubai without certain stipulations. Allegedly. Well, so much Dubai tea has come into my inbox since this was announced, and I haven't talked about all of it. I've kind of alluded to certain things because I wanted to see if the ladies would give up their own tea. And sidebar, Caroline Brooks, thanks for letting me know all of the ladies watch. Hi, Caroline Brooks. Hi, Chanel Ayan. Hi, Lisa Milan. Hey, Nina. Ali, let me put a full name. Hey, Caroline Stanbury, my Taurus sister who's failing me on this show. And hello, Sarah Aldamani. Sarah, the tea on Sarah came to me first, and it was piping hot. But she's been really falling back in regards to just giving us a certain image. And so many of you have already called her out for the fake and phoniness that she's been giving us on the show. I want to like Sarah, but there's something about Sarah that's not clicking for me. But I have to say it. You could not have the show in Dubai and not have someone that is born and bred in Dubai and in the UAE. You can't have the show. You have to have at least someone. Come on. And I love what we get from Nina Ali. I tweeted yesterday that when I saw the preview for this episode, I love the way that Nina Ali's husband looks at her. Oh, that man loves him some Nina Ali. And I actually like Nina Ali for the show. I don't need her to be up in our face. She doesn't need to be like, I don't need all of that from every person on the show. We have enough when the dream team. But Nina Ali and her husband, first of all, they're a beautiful couple. Beautiful couple. He's a handsome man. I love the mix of the gray and the hair. I said, if I had hair, that's what I would want it to look like. That's what I would want it to look like. I love them as a couple, but we will get back to them. We will get back to them because we have to talk about Caroline Stanbury and Sergio. Caroline. So when Brooks said that she pretty much gets everything for free while she's in Dubai, is that how she got on this show? Is she supposed to be like the ambassador? Is she the go-between NBC and the UAE? So for all of us that think Caroline's boring, she's not bringing a lot, I think Caroline might have a secure deal with being on the show. She doesn't have to bring a lot, and all she has to do is talk up Dubai. That's what I feel like. That's what I feel like. Look, based on the tea I've been hearing, Caroline, who paid your rent in Dubai? Caroline, tell us more about this house that you're building. Just saying. Word on the street. The word on the street. And that's why it feels so fake with Caroline. We're like, why is Caroline not bringing anything? Well, if we've been paying attention to the show, we kind of already have an idea of how this is working out and why Caroline's there. That's why she gets all the things free. Word on the street, people don't like her in Dubai either. That's the word on the street. People do not. All my Dubai sources confirm for me. I have some people telling me stuff, but I need other people to confirm. Word on the street, no one likes Caroline Stanbury in Dubai. Oh, wait. What did Adam say? Hold on. Wait, let me just say thank you. Ify, thank you so much for the super chat. Ify says, so excited to finally catch a live. I'm loving Dubai. Ayan is a reality TV legend in the making. She's exactly what Real Housewives needs to revamp the Fringe. Isn't she? I was a little like, I don't want to get too excited. She brought it in the first episode. And since then, she's been bringing it. Sorry. Okay. All right. Apparently my buttons want me to do that. Okay. All right. She's been bringing it. Thank you so much for the super chat. Adam, thank you for the super chat. Adam said, there's a lot more happening behind the scenes, allegedly. I got some private tea for you as well. Adam, please let me know if you don't know where to reach me, but please reach me. I mean, there's been a lot of people reaching me, though. Who knew I had sources in Dubai? The sources? So word on the street. So if Caroline Stanbury comes back for being as boring as she is this season, trust and believe it was a plot that Todd set up for the bull. Not Todd. Whatever the crown prince's name is. I saw that video of the princess sending that dog that you see on the show. The princess gave that to Caroline Stanbury. Caroline, I know you're watching. Caroline, I can't, I have a job to do. I don't care if you're my tourist sister. Now I understand why you're not bringing it. You don't have to bring it. Did you get the Lisa Rinna contract? All right. So Caroline, so first of all, before I got this tea, we get this episode of the Real Housewives of Dubai, and I'm like, oh my gosh, not Caroline building a home. You know how we feel about property? You know how we feel about property? And part of me was like, she can't go. I need to see this finished. I need to see this done. And it's big and it's beautiful and it's in this neighborhood that we don't know about. And she says, the prince lives in the neighborhood. And then I said, whoop. I said, wait a minute, the prince lives in the neighborhood? Did the prince give you the home? Oh, there's more than meets the eye. There's more than meets the eye. There's more than meets the eye. All right, so we'll talk about, we didn't forget NBC Universal about Sergio using the N-word back in 2016 and the tweet being overshadowed by Diana's racism. We didn't forget about that. I even got some tea on Sergio, but I'm not, look, it's Pride Month. Hold on. Wait, which one do I want to use?
I don't know. Maybe this one? Well, you know, to be honest with you, oh, damn.
To be honest with you, though, Caroline she emasculated Sergio multiple times in this one episode, calling him a girl, saying that he would probably be the one to wear the wedding dress. It was her. She emasculated him. So she's not going to help these rumors about Sergio. In this episode alone. Hold on. Wait. Alexandra says 15 minutes in and I love it here. Thank you. Wait a second. No one's, wait, what does someone say? I'm pulling a crystal. Wait, K-Fizz says you are pulling a crystal on a spill it. Well, certain things, I mean, Crystal can say what she wants on the show. I have to be careful. Look, my attorneys would not want me to spill certain things that I can't spill just yet, but I'm giving you a lot already. Are you not seeing what I'm saying to you? Without saying it? Not the beard is real. All right, let me just say thank you. We got another super chat. Thank you, Adam, for another super chat. Hold on, let me change this. Adam says, let's just say Stanbury didn't get that land or the money for either of the houses, just talking about Dubai. The streets talk. Yeah, the streets are talking, Caroline. The streets are talking. Is that the new word for influencer? Exactly, Kempire, speaking code for us. I thought I was. I thought I was. I done already said a lot, and then Adam added to it. So the real story behind Caroline Stanbury and her being in Dubai, we're not getting that. What we're getting from Caroline Stanbury is the ambassador of Dubai. Even on Watch What Happens Live when she was there, and Andy Cohen, you done sold your soul for the devil. Hold on. Where's the devil voice at? Hold on. Wait, that's not it. Is that it? You done sold your soul for the devil, Andy Cohen, just so you can make some more money. So Andy Cohen asked her, you know, I forgot the exact question, but basically saying, is Dubai what people think Dubai is? And Caroline's like, well, you can wear this, and look, Dubai is changing. My sources do tell me that Dubai isn't what exactly like the rest of the Middle East when it comes to that. I just saw a story on Qatar. about the World Cup and single people being there and things like that. Like, look, and at the end of the day, I'm not judging these people. That's your world, that's your culture. Look. But we also understand Dubai is a little bit different because a lot of the people that live there are not Emirati. And so there are a few things that have changed in Dubai, allegedly. I'm going to say allegedly because I feel like some of the stuff that they're doing on the show, the constant showing of the city, which we appreciate, because it kind of takes us away outside of the United States. But at the same time, I feel like it's a stealth attack. I think it's a stealth attack. I'm just saying. Hold on. Did I miss? Hold on. Did I make sure I got everything? Oh no, I missed one. Hold on, right? Oh no, I got it. Okay, I got it. I just want to make sure I didn't miss any super chats. Guys, if you're just joining us, we're talking about the Real Housewives of Dubai. I don't feel like we even talked about the episode because all this tea. So at the top of this episode, we see Caroline Stanbury and Sergio looking at their home that's not built yet. And like I said, that sucked me right on in. It's like they knew. Caroline, did you have to move out of your new apartment because someone stopped paying the rent? Allegedly. Um, so one of their big storylines this season, besides getting married, is that Sergio wants a baby. And Sergio believes if you have a surrogate, he doesn't want her to get a surrogate. He believes if you have a surrogate, the baby's not going to look like him. He's like, I've done research. What research? What research did you do, Sergio? So that's their storyline. There's a reason why the other ladies of the show don't believe in this relationship. The streets have been talking. This is what the ladies have been slowly trying to tell us. Okay, ladies. Okay, Chanel. I see you. Thanks for the hint. All right, let's move on from this story. This house won't be built until, I don't know if they meant this summer or next summer. I don't know if I want to see. I mean, like I said to you before, if you thought Caroline Stanbury wasn't going to come back just because we don't like her, nope, she got that deal. The UA, the only way that they're going to be able to keep the Real Housewives of Dubai, she's got to be on it. She's got to be on it. Stay tuned, guys. I have some more information that I need to get into, and I will be dropping the call-in link for you guys to call in and share your thoughts on the latest episode of the Real Housewives of Dubai. It's only episode 4, and I know there are people that say this show so far they can't get into it. We have to give this show grace because first of all, it's new of its kind in regards to this franchise, but also it's the first 4 episodes of a new city. I'm trying to get into everyone. If we didn't get Chanel Ayan, if we didn't get Lisa Milan, if we didn't get Caroline Brooks and her shady commentary, it would be over for this show. And I appreciate someone like Nina Ali with the real money. I mean, she lied to us last week about how they built that money together. And then we all were like, wait a second. Wasn't he flying back and forth from Dubai to your home in Texas multiple times? How he do that if y'all were just building together? I don't care. She moved over to that other building from the Burj Khalifa, and that's a big, fabulous. They have money, okay? I'll just talk about her scene because her scene was a small scene. So Nina's planning this big party for her husband's second partner, his business partner. Her husband is a workaholic. He works hard. He's a handsome man. They're a beautiful couple. I love the way that he looks at Nina. I will. I can't wait for the day when I have someone that looks at me the way that her husband looks at her. They're a beautiful couple. Beautiful couple. But he's like, you need to figure out which Rolls Royce you want to get. Why are you dragging your feet, Nina? Why are you dragging your feet? But then we also get a little bit more of the culture when it comes to Dubai. In order to get a certain type of license plate, so if you want one number on your license plate, it could cost you millions of dollars. Someone paid $35 million for a license plate. And some people just do that just to flaunt their money. I mean, even if I was a billionaire, maybe because I don't come from money, that I just don't see myself spending that type of money for a license plate. You know what I mean? And then they were going through how much the license plates would cost. Just saying. Let me see what you guys are saying in chat. He loves her, right? Foxy, he loves her. Like, you could see it in his eyes. Like, if I've heard any tea about him cheating on her, I would say you are lying. I'm not going to believe any. So don't even send it to me. I'm not going to believe it. Don't ruin my fantasy. Don't ruin my fantasy. Beautiful couple. Brooklyn Star says, she said, honey, I gagged at the prices of tags. And people do it. When you go to the mall in Dubai, there's all these fancy cars lined up in front. I know that's strategic too. They do that for the tourists. I'm watching y'all. Look, I'm watching y'all. All right, let me get back to this Caroline Brooks, though. Brooks, let's talk about Brooks. So Brooks, first of all, thinks I'm an operative hired by Andy Cohen. Wait, where's my laugh track? I don't remember which one's my laugh track. Look, I'm getting used to all these stuff. Oh, damn. No. Oh. A mess. So she thinks I am an operative. I was like, you obviously do not watch any of my other videos, which I understand. I put out a lot of content. Wait a second. Kempire, Caroline Stanbury has her own Twitter hashtag. What is it? What is that Twitter hashtag? I mean, we could we could guess. Boring? No. I know, Deborah. This is all a whole new situation. That's the only reason why I don't have it. I wanted to make sure I was able to use it. All right. Ify says this was a good episode. I felt like it was. I kept on rewinding back, and only reason why it was probably really good was because Caroline Stanbury finally decided to get engaged. Let's talk about the other Caroline. Caroline Brooks, as I said to you before, feels as if I am an operative. And I have to say, seeing Caroline Brooks on social media, I think it's the same Caroline. However, she's definitely a lot more likable because she's done a couple of Instagram lives, she's done Twitter Spaces where she's engaging with the fans. She engages a lot. I like her. I don't care. This is who I am kind of attitude. She even dragged herself because all of you have been dragging her with her wigs. She says once her spot is open, she won't have those issues for season 2. She's already assuming her contract is renewed. But I think her contract is renewed because she's been bringing it when it comes to being confessional, being a confessional queen. So she's looking for the right spot. So she looks at one space. One space was like almost $18,000 a month. That was like about 1,400 square feet. Another place was 2,000 square feet, and that was almost $26,000 a month. So in this, in looking at this property and things like that, she's talking about she needs something to get done in under 6 months. I'm like, damn, that quick. But she also talked about, and she told us this before. She told us this before. After she left her husband, she left with nothing. This is what she said. She left with nothing. She got into real estate. And in this episode, she revealed within the first year, she became a self-made millionaire. Good for you. That's amazing. I mean, that's unheard of, but not impossible. So she's looking at these properties because she wants to open a spa, because in Dubai, she says she has to go to multiple different places in order to get certain things. And she says, the women here deserve to look like me. This is why I love her. She's a Leo. Makes more sense, doesn't it? Doesn't it make more sense? She said they deserve to look like her. But she's right, especially for Black women that are living in Dubai, and more Black women are living in Dubai, or women of color live in Dubai. So she's like, I can't use the same lasers as a white woman. I can't use the same hairdresser or the same creams and things that, that other women use in their hair. So she's like, there's a hole in the market, so I'm going to start a business. And that's what people need to start thinking about. Some of y'all starting businesses and everybody named Mama had that business in your area. You're not looking for the hole in the market. So she found a hole in the market in Dubai. And she's like, I'm going to fill that hole in the market. And I wish her success. Slowly but surely, she's saying for season 2, we should expect to see this all happen. Brown Art says, I love her inclusive spa. In my opinion, says, Brooks is my kind of girl. Get that money, honey, right? See, Shantae says, I do well in real estate, but I am not at 1 million yet. And that's the thing. It's different, too. Remember, she's in Dubai. So people are buying up a storm. People are spending big money. So in real estate, and Shantae, you know this as well, depending where you are, also dictates how much money you could really make. And depending on your competition, too. And I have to say, Brooks gives me that energy. Like she could. Oh, Brooks admitted. So one of you guys called in and talked about her Kenyan politician. She admitted it. This is why I love her. She admitted it. She's like, yeah. She didn't say his name. Did she say his name? I can't remember. It's unimportant because I do know who it is. I do know. And she wouldn't say it on Instagram Live because she didn't want all you other money grubbers trying to go get him. But she also told us in that trailer for Real Housewives of Dubai, it's expensive to cheat on her. Okay. Yes, Brooks was just in Nigeria getting her reunion dress. So I had to ask questions while I was in the chat. I said, is the reunion going to be in Dubai or in New York or somewhere else? She doesn't know yet. I don't believe her. I don't believe her. It should be in Dubai so they can do it big. It should be in Dubai. Catherine says Kempire After Dark. I don't even know the difference with Kempire After Dark. Sister Move says, you are killing me, Kempire. I need more backstage tea. Well, trust and believe, Caroline Brooks is not going to give me the backstage tea. I tried. But I am getting tea from other folks. All right. Guys, we have almost 700 people in the building for our recap of the Real Housewives of Dubai. Be sure to like the video. It's an easy and free way of supporting the channel. Speaking of supporting the channel, shout out to our Team Kempire and Royal Court members. We appreciate you with your monthly contribution. You help to keep the lights on. You helped us to expand and do more technology and do more when it comes to the channel. So thank you for doing that. If you'd like to become a member of the channel, there are some really cool perks to being a part of the channel. Head on over to teamkempire.com/join. All right. And don't forget to show some love to our moderators. Okay. Sometimes y'all get real extra in the chat. Oh, damn. Okay. I'm seeing some of y'all comments. Let me take a sip from my coldest water bottle. Okay. And shout out to some of you that bought some stuff the last live that we had. All right. Back to this. Okay. So we learned more about Brooks and what's going on with Brooks. Okay. So we're getting a little bit more. I kind of want to see more of these ladies interact, but I also understand they're booked and busy doing their own thing. But I want to see more interaction amongst the ladies, at least the dream team, because they look like to be a lot more fun to watch, to be honest. So we already talked about Nina meeting up with her husband and the expensive license plate, but they're planning a party for his business partner. And that's what the big party that we're going to have everyone come together. And we're going to unpack that in just a second. But before we get to that, we have Lisa Milan. First of all, when her son fell and hit his face on that ladder thing in her office, I said, I saw that coming. I knew it was going to come. But kids climbing on that thing, boys. So Lisa Milan, first of all, we find out her business, Mina Rowe. Last week it was the fashion show. She's moving away from maternity and developing, just regular fashion for women. Not regular fashion, you know what I mean? Not maternity fashion. And so she's making this step into this other realm. But her husband is not giving her the attention or the focus that he gives all his other stuff. And her business brought in 8 figures, but then she also tells us He is what, the top financier in Dubai? No, the UAE, not even just Dubai, in the UAE. So 8 figures to him, and he's dealing with these other companies, really isn't a lot. But good for her. 8-figure company? But she's like, I'm trying to have a conversation with you. I want to do this. So she's like, I'll sign off on this production. He's like, no, I'm the CFO. You're not allowed to do that. And I know some of you are like, oh, no, he's being controlling. No, if he is the CFO, there's a reason why he's the CFO. And he's the top financier in Dubai, in the UAE. When I have my CFO, I'm like, all right, you're right. Because you know why. So that's going to be the issues that we see with Lisa and her husband. I really like. I have to say, of all the couples, there's only one couple in this whole situation that makes me kind of look at them sideways, and you already know who that is. Everyone else, I feel like there's a genuine love because these people have been together for a long time. Oh, we got to get Caroline Brooks a man. I already know what Caroline's going to say. Don't you worry about me. I'm not worried, Caroline. Who are you in Nigeria seeing? She was seeing her friend, allegedly. Ooh, ciao. Okay. So I'm happy for Lisa. I do see, first of all, her business was doing quite well before the show. This is just going to catapult her business, and she's wearing her fashions on the show. And a lot of you are loving her fashions and her hair and makeup. Beautiful woman. Beautiful woman. I did see the College Hill Celebrity Edition preview, and I wasn't moved. I wasn't moved. Nene was being Nene, which I can appreciate Nene, but that's not a draw for me to watch it. Just saying. So finally, 17 minutes in, yes, I counted. 17 minutes in, and we finally get Chanel Ayan on our screens. Like, really? Why did it take them so long? Anyways, so we finally get to see her, and we get to see her in a way that we don't normally see her, because every moment's a fashion moment, even though she was still looking gorgeous, but it wasn't this extravagant. It probably still was somebody of a high brand. So she's walking with her husband, and when she says that they've been together for 33 years, I said, where? But when you look at the throwback photos, you can tell the difference in years because of her husband. I'm sorry, sir. Sorry, Chris. It's okay. It's all right. We understand. All right. But I love them. But Chanel, even in this small moment with Chanel, I laughed. I got emotional. Well, not that emotional, but I love their love. I love their love. Chanel is why is Chanel trying to move with her son when he goes off to college? Her husband's like, what about me? She's like, what about you? So they talk about their relationship and how they got together. Some of you are a little bothered by a dowry. I need you to travel around the world. That's not new. That's not new. I didn't even look when she said dowry. It's like, all right, it's common, and in many different cultures. But before that, she mentioned that in her culture, it's common for them to be arranged married to their cousin. And she said that was no problem because he was hot. I said, shut up, Chanel. If you don't pay attention, you miss out on a lot of really funny parts. When she said that was not a problem because he's hot. I know some of you are like, come on, you got to find humor in Chanel's quirkiness. Okay, that was an Ianism. If you see her start using that, you know where she got it from. Okay, that was an Ianism. She said because he was hot. She even mentioned his name. She was like about the bodily fluids, and I was like, I can't, Chanel, right now. I can't. But I love her love. I love her relationship with her husband, learning more about their story. I also love the fact that they're walking down the street. The call for prayer comes on. She knows the words. You know how many people probably live in Dubai and don't know the words to that call for prayer? And she knows what it means. I love that about Chanel. I love that about her. But I also loved learning about their relationship, their love, how long they've been together. 33 years. First of all, I was like, 33 years where? How old were you when you guys got together? She tried to kiss. Wait. He tried to kiss her on the first date, but then on our second day, she showed him her breasts. Mm-mm. I loved it. I loved it. Anyways, guys, we have over 700 people here for our recap of the Real Housewives of Dubai. But if you're part of the replay crew, I want to know how you would rate this episode from 1 to 10, what you thought of the episode. How are you feeling about Dubai? It's only episode 4, so give it some leeway. Some of you guys are just so ready, like, oh, I'm done with that. I can't get into it. Okay, all right, calm down. But when you miss the train, I also posted in the live chat, and we have 700 people. So if you haven't voted in our poll, but overwhelmingly with 69% of the vote, you guys rated this episode between 7 and 10. That's pretty damn good. Every week, I'm very impressed with your reaction to Dubai. Speaking of reaction, let me just pull up the ratings, because the ratings came out before I came live. So I do want to bring that up so that we can talk about it. Hold on, y'all. Let me just pull it up for Real Housewives of Beverly Hills and the Real Housewives of Dubai. So let me just pull this up. Let me share my screen. All right, there we go. So I have to say, Beverly Hills is still bringing it. It's still bringing it. So Beverly Hills' 7th episode came in with over 1.1, almost 1.2 million viewers. This is a season high. Okay. Let me just go back. Let's take a look at the ratings. This is consistent. This is consistent. They're still falling in the 600,000 viewers range for a new show that a lot of people, even despite everyone knowing who Caroline Stanbury is when it comes to Ladies of London, not everyone watched Ladies of London, and not a lot of people know who she is here in the States. Okay, so this is not bad for them. Still better than Watch What Happens Live. Let's take a look at their ratings. Despite having the jump of that, and despite having Caroline and Dorit on the show, it came in with 382,000 viewers. A show that's been on for how long? I just would like to point out Love Match Atlanta, very close to that rating. Just saying, I have to point these things out. All right, I'm just saying. Let me see what you guys are saying in the chat. Well, they're close. Atlanta came in with 800 and something thousand viewers this week. Last week, wasn't it over 1 million last week for Atlanta? Who knows? Who knows? I'm enjoying Atlanta, but it's always interesting to watch the ratings and see what. And this is just the initial watch, live viewers. That doesn't include, people that DVR'd it and things like that. Eddie says, my day isn't complete until Kempire drags Watch What Happens Live. I just like to point it out, especially when they're trying to make it something that it's not. You know what I mean? Just saying. Anyways, at this point, Watch What Happens Live is just a way for them to promote Real Housewives and nothing else on the network. Just saying. All right. Okay. Aisha says, I think viewers who haven't traveled will find Dubai hard to engage with. That's an interesting perspective. And maybe because a lot of us that are here have traveled. Just saying, like, our community are very like-minded, not on everything like in the world, but a lot of us have traveled. A lot of us have gone places and been to Dubai or been to other parts, or have that mindset like you've done your Google schmoogle and you know about these other places. So I think that's also it too. All right. I am going to drop the call in link before we start talking about Bajan's birthday party, but I have to make some speculation there. I'm going to drop the call in link for our Royal Court members backstage. Guys, for the public though, let's get to 300 likes and I'll drop the call in link in the general chat as well. Let me just go here and go to our community tab and drop the backstage link for our Royal Court members. Actually, I'm going to drop it for our Team Kempire and Royal Court members. All right, I'm going to drop it for both. Okay, backstage. There we go. Then I'm gonna take a sip from my coldest water bottle because I've been talking a lot today. There we go. All right, it's posted. So let's talk about this. So before we even get to the party, Brooks, she has a conversation with her son, and this is probably why I can't have kids. I don't know how you parents deal with this type of stuff when your kids being bullied at school. I don't know how you guys deal with that. Because I felt for first of all, Brooks, the wig in that scene was good. That looked good. That looked good. But we also get to learn a little bit about the culture in regards to, most of the kids that he goes to school with have drivers, but she wanted him to take the bus so he can interact with people, but he was being bullied on the bus. He's being bullied on the bus. It seems like he wanted to make light of it, maybe because the cameras were there and other people were there filming. See, kids can't, they're like, oh. So I kind of feel like he didn't want to get too much into it because maybe he thought the kid would see it. Maybe. But Brooks is like, that's not acceptable. That's not acceptable in school. And it's hard as a parent to, be, be in that position and not be able to protect your child. I don't know how y'all do it. I don't know if I could do it. I just don't know. Like, what do you do in those instances? Not fight a kid. I know Brooks might fight a kid. So we get that scene with her. We get we're getting a little bit to get to know the ladies. Speaking of which, Caroline and Sarah go out. Sarah looked great. Caroline Stanbury, I don't know what is going on with your style. Someone said, I think it was in the live chat or wherever. They said you left your fashions in London. I don't know what you're wearing in your confessionals on the show. So they have a conversation about what's going on in the group. And apparently, Caroline has an issue with Lisa. And we're like, where did this issue come from? Oh, because she's friends with Chanel? Because you remember last week we said Caroline Stanbury should have went to Lisa's fashion show. But she made the excuse. And that's the thing, Caroline Stanbury. You say one thing here and then you say one thing to Lisa. Be honest. Say that you don't trust her. You're not liking the way she's moving. But no, you're like, oh, but that's also an English thing too. She's just like, oh, I have wedding planning to do. You don't even want to have the wedding based on the preview for next week. So that was a non-scene. Sarah, I don't love Sarah. Wait, hold on. I don't love Sarah. I love the potential of Sarah. But I feel like Sarah is just giving us a one way, one image for the show. And that never bodes well on a reality TV. If you're trying to give us one thing, that's not necessarily 100% you. But I love the fashion when she walked up and she was walking up to this restaurant. I was like, look at her. Look at her. All right. So she also talks about in her conversation with Sarah, besides her issues with Lisa, she talks about her wedding planning. She's talking about Sergio, and that's where she emasculated Sergio again. Like, oh, he wants to have this wedding, and I mean, you probably wear the dress. Really? Really? Okay. She also revealed that she froze her eggs, and more than likely they will move forward with having a baby. Because as you saw at the top of this episode, Caroline's husband wants to have a baby. He wants to pass on his name. Honestly, part of me now that I look back on it, and based on all the tea that I've been hearing, that was just a scene. I don't think he really believes that. Okay. But that's also where we learn where the laws have changed in Dubai. Again, Caroline Stanbury is being an influencer on this show, and she's been hired by the UAE. I'm just making this up in my head. She's been hired by the UAE to promote the UAE and all the changes that are happening in the UAE. Okay. But she's saying that things have changed, just maybe like a year before this, she wasn't able to even do surrogacy with Sergio because she couldn't mix his sperm with her egg because they weren't married. Then she also talked about how unmarried couples couldn't live together at one point in Dubai, but now they can. Is that true, Dubai? Am my Dubai sources? Or is she just saying that? I wouldn't be surprised. The world is evolving. I know in Dubai now women can drive, right? Wasn't there a point where women couldn't drive in Dubai? I know in Saudi Arabia, women can drive now too, right? Right? I can't remember everything, y'all. Come on. I can't remember everything. You want me to know pop culture news and world news? Anyways. So they had that conversation. They talk about Lesa. And basically, this conversation leads to the Bijan birthday party. I love, first of all, them getting ready. Every episode, we're getting those moments when they're getting ready and they're going from one scene and then your split screen, you go to another scene. I like that. I kind of like that. The camera angles that we got of this birthday party from the top, from the round, and this and that, the lighting, the microphones during the conversation between the ladies was horrible. What happened? What happened? We all were straining our ears on TikTok trying to hear the conversation. We're like, what? We can't hear you. Can I have a conspiracy theory? Can I have a conspiracy theory? I think certain people were at this party, so they couldn't be mic'd the way that they would normally be mic'd. That's just my conspiracy theory. I don't know, y'all. I don't know. Let me see. Ify says the production is it's top notch on Dubai. Yeah, that's why I was really upset with the audio. I was like, what was happening here? Maybe because there was a performance happening and that's what ruined their audio. Maybe that's what would happen. So they have this party. It's a masquerade party. There's dancers. There's a floating piano. There's all these things happening. Great, fabulous. Nina's throwing this party for her husband's partner. Okay, business partner. Afrocentric. Thank you so much for the super chat. She says, "Hey, love your channel. Do you know about Sarah allegedly dating the actor from 365 Days? He even had her name tattooed at some point." I did. But thank you for saying it in the super chat. Allegedly. That's why I keep saying, Sarah, you're true T. And I've seen the video footage. Okay. I mean, the man that allegedly that she's having this situation with is cute too. I'm a very good looking couple. If it's true. All right. All right. We have quite a few people backstage. We're going to get into the callers in just a second. So at this party, Lesa and Caroline Stanbury have a conversation about why Caroline didn't come to her party. And Caroline still leans in, oh, it's because I didn't have, it was wedding planning and da-da-da-da. We all know that's a lie. But just when it seems as if they were getting to a better place, she makes a comment to Sergio being friendly with Chanel Ayan. And she's like, oh, you're one of them. No. One of what? And again, she emasculates him again. At this table. This is why I think no one believes this relationship, because she has no respect for him. So I kind of feel like this is a relationship for other purposes. I don't. She doesn't like the fact that he's getting along with her enemy. But when she says one of them and then walks away and then is confronted, because of course Lesa tells Chanel what she says, she backtracks like Like this scratching in the record. Like, wait. Completely tries to, and lies. No, you said one of them. It's on tape. It's on tape. You said one of them. And I know a lot of people are looking at, what you mean by them? One of who? One of the black people? I mean, when you look at Sergio's tweet, now we're looking at everybody with the crooked eye. But by the end of this episode, somehow, some way, Caroline and Chanel make peace. Not before they go back and forth at it, though. And I know a lot of people are like, what is going on? What is your real beef between the two of you? I have to say, it's not as interesting as I think people or producers wanted that fight between Caroline Stanbury and Chanel Ayan to be. If anything, the only reason why it was entertaining was because of Chanel Ayan, to be honest with you. Oh, at one point, Caroline says that Sergio is one of the girls. Like, girl, like, do you love this man or is he just a prop? But then there comes, even before they made peace, wait a minute, wait 1 second. Before they even made peace, the one line that we got in the trailer for the Real Housewives of Dubai, I was like, wait a second, I understand maybe why she would have said this, but after seeing the scene play out, everybody was shocked when Caroline says, oh, I hope she's going to suck your D. Wait. Everyone was shocked. Everyone. Nina's face was like, and look, not Caroline, Lesa, I wish you would have said to her what you said in your confessional, because you said, if I did, he would have left you. So I wish you would have said that, but I also understand, you're a married woman. You can't be talking out like that out in these streets, but there's so much I could say that I'm not going to. Deborah, thank you so much for the super chat. Deborah says Stanbury meant Sergio was becoming a housewife. She's the one who has him in every scene, and I wish you would stop. Anyways. All right. We have quite a few people backstage. I'm going to take some callers. We're going to start with Rakita first. Rakita's closet. Rakita walked away. Not Rakita walking away. I'm going to bring Rakita up. What's going on, Rakita?
My bad.
That's okay.
I mean, first, under the assumption that this relationship is real, she's giving very much desperate housewife. I'm getting very much desperate older lady trying to help boost her self-esteem by getting a younger man. That's what I'm getting. I'm not saying that's needed from an older, and listen, when I say older, like, don't come for me, fams. I don't mean she's old. I just mean she's mature in age. Now, let's talk about Lesa. I understand she's a married woman. I do. So am I. However, I'm pretty sure, especially with her being Black and her being Jamaican, her husband knows her tongue. Which means when you're saying something for a clap back, and whether you're saying something. So I'm pretty sure he would have gave her a pass. Okay. Because a woman like Stanbury need to be checked in their face. Like, she needs the checkerization in her face. Mm-hmm. She's not going to understand unless somebody humbles her, because she thinks she's better than everybody. And she's on that same Lisa Rinna contract. Like, they don't have to do nothing. They're going to be here regardless.
Yep.
Last but not least, like, Chanel is like, she's my new BFF. She don't know me. But she my best friend. And I don't even care
they all
what you think
the
about
review, so they do not know you.
They don't know me. They don't know me. That's okay though. She ain't got no choice. She don't have options. Because she gives me life every time. Mm-hmm. I absolutely love her. And then I had Stanbury don't need to stay for me to see her house. Like, I'll see it on Instagram. She gotta go.
Well, let me know when it goes on Instagram because I'm not following her.
I'll tag you. I don't follow her either. I don't follow. Every once periodically, when I think it's done, I'll check back. She's not getting a follow from me, but I don't want her to stay on the show for that. I really don't. But I think that's it. What else I got?
What else? We got a long line backstage. We got a long line backstage. You ain't got.
Let me go.
Thank you so much for calling in.
One more time. Okay, just one more time. Let me just. I'm stunting.
Beautiful.
I know, right?
I like the texture. Go ahead.
Well, this is the sparkle. So this is a new color that look like I work for Coda.
Right.
This is the newest color that they have, and it has glitters and sparkles, and then you can get your name engraved. You know, I wanted to put hot stuff, but then my husband was like, "That's inappropriate," so I just put my name up there. And then I got my baby's bowls, and then I also engraved their names. So I have 2 fur babies. Okay, there we go. So I have 2 fur babies, so I got both of their names engraved on it. And then here's the other engraving. But I like them, and they're heavy. They're weighted. They're good quality. They also had a dog pet bed. Yeah. I was like, I'm probably gonna get that, but if she messed it up, I'm a herder. So okay, but that's it. Let me let y'all go.
Thank you, Rakita. We appreciate you. And I did not pay Rakita for that, but she loves
No, he didn't. Because I just really like them, and the quality is excellent. So I just kind of wanted to share with my family. That's all.
Okay, thank you, Rakita. Have a good day.
Right. Bye, y'all.
I love that. I did see that. I don't have a pet to go buy those, but I was like, those bowls are cute. Just saying. Anyways, guys, don't forget to use the discount code KEMP10. Yes, we get a little bit of a kickback to help us, keep upgrading the studio and do more for the channel. All right, let's get to some more callers. Nia's backstage. We're going to bring Nia up. What's going on, Nia?
Hey, can you hear me?
Yes, can you hear me?
Yes, I definitely can. Okay, so I made sure to watch the episode a little bit more before I came on here to make sure everything was fresh in my head. So I didn't forget anything. What I mostly want to talk about is the party. Okay. But before I get into the party, I wanted to say something about Sarah. Yes, I do also feel like she is showing one way on the TV, but I also am keeping my eye on her and Nina. And I've been having my eye on Stanbury since the first day she came. There's just something that rang in my head. I was just like, oh, this lady's no good. And I don't like how Sarah she does. You know what I'm saying? So kind of side-eyeing them right now. Kind of looking at them like, I don't really know,
Okay.
And yeah, Sarah, she's pretty and everything like that, but I don't know what she's trying. It seems like she's putting on a facade for everybody.
Yeah.
I don't know it yet, but when it comes out, we'll know. But the party, as Lisa being a fellow Jamaican and also me being a Jamaican, I already have my favoritism. It's just something that we do. I do love her, and I love how she has Chanel's back. I think Chanel needs friends like that. Yeah. And Chanel shows her loyalty by having.
Uh-oh. Did we lose you? Nia?
Can you still hear me?
There we go.
Oh, somebody's trying to call me, and I'm just
how dare they? We just talk about our shows, our stories.
No, my phone bit off the hook. Sorry. So anyway, the party. I think Caroline is a straight up liar. Stanbury. Let me say Stanbury because I want to be specific about which one I'm talking about.
Yes.
Brooke, she's okay. She does the flip flopping, but that's what she's known for. So it's not like I'm gonna be like that was known from the beginning, and she knows that, and at least she is what she says she is. She gives you what she gives, and that's it. I can't accept people for that. You understand what I'm saying? Stanbury, I don't trust at all. You can't lie like that and say you said them. First of all, any person know what that. Unless somebody says their pronouns is them, I don't want nobody calling me them. Because I know exactly what that means. Okay, I didn't tell you my pronouns is them. They is she, her. So I would like for you to acknowledge me that way, not them, because we know exactly what that undertone, and especially with the little news that has came out about you, honey. I know where that's coming from. So we not even gonna go there. She doesn't like that Sergio's talking to Ayan. She does it because she wants everybody to be against Ayan.
Yeah,
that's basically what it is.
Yeah.
And because he doesn't want to go and have drama with the lady and just speak to her, which I didn't feel like it was nothing wrong. Ayan was speaking the truth. I don't have a problem with you. They did want to single her out, and that was her biggest problem. And she spoke to that. And for Sarah to I think Sarah should have butted in since she knew so much about, psychology and stuff like that. She'd be like, hey, yes, this is true because we need to do so and so. But instead, she came in and was like, oh, all they do is cause drama. And I know specifically who she was talking about. She was trying to say Chanel and Ayan and Lisa, whenever they go somewhere, they start drama when it wasn't even them.
Yeah.
It was Stanbury, and they replied to it. So don't get mad that they are not taking Stanbury's shade. I guess what they want them to do is something about elegance. Girl, this is Real Housewives. There is no elegance to none of this anymore, okay? At all. Sorry. You're going to get a little ratchetness. You're going to get a little ghetto every once in a while because somebody is going to try you. And I do feel like Stanbury is that person where you do have to check her. But, I got my good eye on Sarah and Nina. I don't like how they just watch and sat, like, Nina was there most of the time. I don't like how she just sat there and ain't say nothing.
No.
Nothing at all.
Yeah, she went off and started mingling with her when it got heated.
Yeah, when it got heated, she tried to get out the fire. Like, no, baby, you know she was wrong. And I bet you when time comes, they're going to make an excuse for it. I already see the little drama going back and forth on Twitter and how they try to come for Lisa and stuff like that. And I love how she's getting them together right then and there. But I'm starting to believe that they see Stanbury's actions, and I'm starting to believe they're exuding their privilege just as much as Stanbury is, because those girls, it's no surprise that it's the Emirati girls and the white girl against the 3 black girls.
All right, Nia, thank you so much for calling in.
Thank you. You guys have a nice day.
You too. All right, let me just say thank you. Deborah, thank you so much for another super chat. Hold on. Sergio is as annoying as Simon McCord from. No, but at least Simon had personality. I mean, this is your right. This is your right. But I just feel like at least Simon had some sort of personality. I feel like Sergio is just sort of there, like with the beady little eyes. Sister on the Move says Saudi Arabia women can drive. Yes. I remember seeing the article from when that happened, which wasn't that long ago. Oh yes, Lisa said I can buy her life. I completely forgot about that when Lisa said, and that made me kind of look at Lisa. I was like, wait a second, how much money does your man make? She's like, I could buy your life, and I kind of wish she said it in the moment. Why didn't you say that in the moment? Because I would have been like, ooh, because Caroline Stanbury, the money situation's a little funny. Exactly, Brown. He's just there. It's not like I can't even give him a Peter Thomas, comparison, because Peter Thomas was checked in. He was activated. He actually said stuff that were interesting and made you guys react. Sergio was just there, like this. Okay, Sergio. We know he's wealthy. He's the top financier in the UAE. So when she said I could buy your life, I said, wait a minute. Ify, thank you so much for the super chat. Ify says, when Caroline said them, my jaw hit the floor. Who is them? What does them even mean? That sounds real suspect. It did. And I think that's why Lisa was kind of looking at her like, what? Russ says Sergio is Stanbury's intern. All right, let me get some more calls. We had quite a few people backstage. Callers, again, your most important thing that you want to talk about, just because I want to be able to get to everyone that wants to call in. General chat, I'm going to drop the call link as well for you guys. Let's get to 350 likes as well. If you haven't liked the video, it's an easy and free way of supporting the channel. Let me just drop it now. And I'm going to bring up Sebastian in 2 seconds. Hold on. What's going on, Sebastian?
Hey, Kempire. Okay, I want to sound off on 3 things very quickly and abruptly. 1, Ayan's marriage is it's just so interesting and fascinating seeing how she interacts with, I forgot her husband's name. Oh my God, Patrick,
Chris?
I think.
Chris.
Yeah. It's so great. So great. I just love them singing together. Second of all, Lisa Milan, she proved me wrong. I thought she was boring from the beginning. I really did. She sounded very boring in the beginning, but then she brought it to that confessional. And Stanbury, you better watch out. Because even though if allegedly you do have ties to the monarchy, don't worry, somebody else could get those ties, especially Lisa could get those ties with her husband being the top financier in UAE, and Bravo could just clip you. Okay, Kempire, have a nice day.
Oh, bye, Sebastian. All right, we're gonna get to some more calls. Maybe just say thank you. We got another super chat. Cole, thank you so much for the super chat. Cole says, no shade to any Sarahs here, but I haven't met one I liked. Do we have any Sarahs in the building? Doesn't seem like Miss Madani will be much different, but I'm going to give her a chance. I mean, I don't really have much of a feeling towards Sarah right now. She hasn't really brought enough. And what she has brought, it feels a little fake. So I don't really have like, I want to like her, but then I'm just like, okay. Amy is backstage. I'm going to bring Amy up. What's going on, Amy?
Hey, Kempire. I have an opposing opinion.
Okay, that's always good.
Don't be mad at me, y'all, because I am kind of sticking up for Salisbury.
Okay.
Salisbury steaks.
Not Salisbury. Salisbury.
Salisbury steaks. Okay. I do believe her little boo thing was not staying on code. If you know I don't like these girls, why are you sitting and talking with her and keying it up?
Okay, I can see that.
I feel like her anger was misdirected because she was more so mad at her man for being a little groupie.
Oh.
So I felt like she was in the right to kind of say them. I didn't take it as racist. I took it as, you know, these my aunts. You know these my aunts. You know I mess with that girl for whatever reason. So why are you sitting over there just laughing, acting as if you don't know what's up? So that's what I got from it. But I'm not on Salisbury Steak's side for everyone on there who's listening. I did not choose her side. I just understand her position. Because when she said, oh, she's going to suck you or whatever, I was like, oh, she's mad. She's pissed. And I'm sure she went home and let him have it. Like, don't you ever in your life do nothing like that again. But then I wanted to say, the beginning of the show, I was watching it. These girls, when it comes to like a real storyline, they have real businesses, real money, questionably for some people. But I really liked that part of the show when I was watching it. I was like, oh man, these girls got money. Now the drama is tamed, but it was good at the end when they had that little small argument. But like I said before, and I think I said this to you before, Kempire, when you were like, no, they need to talk about, you know, the oppressiveness in Dubai. I felt like Sarah was using that as a fake storyline. That's what I was kind of saying. It seemed like it was just something easy to fall back to. Oh, my life is so hard as an Arab woman. I'm like, girl, you are living it up. You look like you don't eat but gold every night. So stop.
Not gold.
I just said, like, she doesn't look like she lived the average life of a real, like, woman who's struggling with the patriarchy. Like, girl, stop. So, like, I need you to stop playing that game. Get to the real tea. And now I'm hearing you had a sneaky boo and a tattoo. Girl, I want to hear those stories. Get to that. Don't play games.
Well.
Or you can leave. You can leave. I liked your party. It was nice. It was fancy. But I'm not taking no fake storylines. I need you to get real with it. Okay. And that's all I have to say.
All right. All right. Thanks, Amy, for calling in.
Okay, bye.
Bye. All right. I see Adam from Dubai. Maybe Adam, you let me know if I need to stop saying that because I don't want to put you in jeopardy of anything. I'm going to bring Adam up. Hold on. Hey, Adam.
Hey, Kempire.
What's going on?
Don't worry about it. I'm fine. Okay. So I'm not going to comment on here about Stanbury's financial endeavors, or whatever you would call that. Sarah. Okay. So I don't know where I'm standing with Sarah because I can see her turning into the Kyle of Dubai, stirring the pot.
Oh.
Because I don't know if you noticed, but behind the scenes, not on camera, she went right to Lisa and Chanel and told them what Caroline said. And I can see, not Garcelle, a Kyle. Because Garcelle will comment. Sarah will just stir and leave. But I do know for a fact that she does have a storyline later on.
Oh. Okay.
But I will not get into that. 'Cause I don't need to get sued. Um, what else? What was I going to say? Oh yeah, and then Nina. As much as I know the show needs her, I just need a little more.
Hmm.
I really do. Just like something, because it's
She should have got
giving me
engaged in that conversation at the party.
nothing. Not even she. There was no conversations in life at this point. She's just there. She's just there doing nothing.
Oh. Well, she's hosted a couple of different events for the team.
No, she has not. She
Yes,
literally said.
remember the
She
first-
literally said that the party. She didn't throw that party. She
I know, but it was
literally.
still related to her.
Sure.
Well, none of the other ladies knew the man.
I mean, okay. I don't know. I just need a little more from her.
Oh, I agree. I definitely agree. She could definitely give a little bit more, especially when they were fighting. We should have gotten a little bit more engaged in that conversation.
And then lastly, I'm not trying to shade Brooks because I really like Brooks, but two things. Ain't no way she's making $1 million first year in profit in Dubai.
Wait, say that
Because
one more time because you broke up a little bit.
sorry, it is a possibility that she made $1 million in profits first year, but that real estate agency that was built did not come out of nowhere. I'll just say that. We'll talk more in private.
Oh, okay.
And then her salon countdown on the website ended, but it ain't existing. And that's all I have to say.
Okay. All right, Adam. Always with the tea.
Thank you.
Thank you.
See you
Bye.
next week. Bye.
Okay. Oh, all I have to say, all of the housewives watch our recaps, and I'm honored. Thank you, housewives, including Brooks, especially Brooks. I know Brooks is gonna have a response, Adam. Leave me alone. All right. In my opinion's backstage. I'm gonna bring her up. Let's go to In My Opinion.
Hi, Kempire. How are you?
I'm well. How are you?
You know, I'm blessed by the best. Let me tell you, Kempire. Now you know I'm a diehard Housewife fans, okay? And so I was watching it last night, and the hubby was, just passing by. He heard Salisbury and her husband talking, and when she said, I think she said something like, it's not like you just a man and a woman have sex and then that's how a baby is born.
Mhm.
And my husband was like, yeah, kind of is. So, yeah, but let me tell you something. When she said this stuff about, I hope she's going to suck your, tonight. And I was like, what decent-minded woman would even say that to another woman? Like, that
Everybody's
was
shocked.
so far below the belt. Like, how disrespectful can somebody be? You know, this is a married woman. Like, I wouldn't even say that to a single woman. A long time talking about a married woman to stoop that low. And I was kind of glad that she didn't respond to that message with the one she said in her confessional, because it would have made her stoop to her level. And we don't have to, let me tell you something, as much as you believe us black people stoop to y'all level, we don't have to stoop to your level to make you look ignorant. You're going to make yourself look ignorant and good all by yourself. Let me tell you. But when Chanel said she had a dowry for $1,000, and I was like, like I said, this is not the first time we heard this, but I was thinking, I was like, she got a point. We do. We raise our kids, we feed them, we roof them. I said, I'm going to put a diary on my daughter. So for anybody come here, you want to give me 15 G's. I done took care of her. I done showed her the way. Yeah, 15 G's. My baby know how to cook and everything. At 8 years old, she's already be in this kitchen cooking. So I know she's going to be a good wife. She learned from the best. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, you better get ready. Get them pikers ready. You not only need a big old ring, you're going to need a big old pocketbook to go with it. Look, I said I might have to charge down for my boys.
Oh my
Every last
Lord.
one of my tears. Let me tell you something. I got 2 grown ones that have went off and went to school, being very successful. So I feel like when a parent puts all that money, time, effort into putting their children out there, making them be responsible, making them get an education and be somebody out here in this world, you should, respect that enough to pay that little dowry. So I'm gonna let them pay me a dowry. Hey, I'm an African
That's
descent.
what you do. You even.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. I'm an African descent, Shoot.
I'm just saying. I'm gonna bring you a goat. All right.
Look, no, I don't want no goat now. If you're gonna bring me something, bring me a cow or pig that I'm gonna use it,
All right. In my opinion, thank you so much for calling in.
Okay, you have a good one.
You too. All right. We got quite a few people backstage. Let me see. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I think that's 6 people backstage. So let's get to all these callers. Callers, again, be straight to the point. We're just trying to get everyone in here before I have to go. You know what time it is. Just saying. All right, Obi, I'm going to bring you up. Hold on. Hey, Obi.
Okay, real quick. So I wondered if Sergio was a paid escort or something because I'm not understanding. But anyway, now that you guys have given me the information, I think I'm satisfied. Cruella Devilsbury is one bothered lady. While she was busy belittling Sergio and talking smack about Lesa out of jealousy, she forgot that some people are beginning to notice her double chin and forward tooth. And I agree with, in my opinion, that was outright trashy. I guess ladies of London didn't teach her that being rude and stuck up is not where it's at, especially when you have a lot of imperfection. And of course, why wouldn't she feel like she's better than the whole cast? Have you not noticed that everybody seems to be low-key vying for her approval? Especially Ayan. And that kind of really pisses me off. Is Brooks going to continue pretending that she was not the one who caused this rift between Lesa and Cruella? Okay. 33 million for a 1-digit license plate. I guess people have forgotten what to spend money on. That's it. Bye.
Thanks, Obi. All right. Princess Gabby, I'm going to bring you up for a quick comment. What's going on, Princess Gabby?
Hello, my dear. Long time no speak.
I know.
How are you?
I'm well. How are you?
I'm wonderful. Thank you. Okay, I'll be quick. Stansbury, there's something under the surface. I don't understand her being so rude to not only Brooks, but also to, not Brooks. You know what I'm talking about. The one that she told us to do fellatio on her.
Oh, Lisa.
Lisa, thank you. And also to her man. I cannot fathom having the gumption to emasculate my man in front of a table full of women. I don't care how angry I was with him talking to my arch nemesis. There is no way on this planet that I would say, oh, he'll wear the dress or he's becoming one of them. And that them thing, we've already crossed that bridge. But what was peculiar in the coming attractions, she said, well, I didn't want to get married.
Mm-hmm.
That was bizarre. I don't know what his background is. I know he's brown. So I don't know where he's from.
Spain.
But okay. He's just allowed. He needs to put. I'm sorry, this sounds really bad, but I'm gonna say it anyway. He needs to put his man hand down. Not meaning hit her. I don't mean it like you told Harper to beat me. I don't mean like that. I mean, put his foot down and be like, look, lady, you're not going to treat me like that. Yeah, exactly. And I think it's too far gone because he's let her get it. You teach people how to treat you. Yeah. He's let her get away with it so much. She's not going to change. So that's unfortunate. I love the conversation with the little boy and his mom about the bully. And I'm a parent and I can totally get that. And yes, I have wanted to go to school, but I can't because I can't. But I can understand that. And she handled that so well. And he's such a sweet young man. Yeah. So I couldn't fathom somebody messing with him. But anyway, that's it. I want everybody to get their 2 cents and change in. But yeah, it was great talking to you and I'll talk to you soon.
Take care.
Okay, bye-bye.
Bye. All right, let me just say thank you. Thank you, Tamu, for the super sticker. We appreciate you supporting the channel. Adam, thank you so much for another super chat. Adam says, y'all trying to get me by Brooks. I never said she was broke. Just saying that the agency made $1 million in profit. Didn't come from nowhere. Adam. Okay. Mocha says because Caroline Stanbury is a Dubai scammer. All right, El Michelle, I'm going to bring you up. What's going on, El Michelle?
Hi, Kempire. I'm going to keep it quick because I'm also hungry and I have to eat. First of all, I want to go to, I was going to say a shout out to In My Opinion. She is right. We need to bring back that from the motherland because my parents raised me good and I feel like a ring is not enough to take care of my parents. And also Chanel Ayan. I hear a spinoff. I smell a spinoff. We're taking the baby to Boise. I heard that she has a couple of houses here, and I think one of them is in Idaho. So Ayan comes to America. I don't know. And then Stansbury. Watching a lot of you YouTubers, you guys put me onto different production tricks and things like that. And when she was walking away in that argument, I felt like she said a lot of things that were worse and disrespectful, that they changed the voiceover when she was talking. And that just pissed me off even more of not liking her. So, and then watch what happens live. You put the two most boringest housewives on the most boringest show on the night. Oh my God. Like I by mistake, I fell asleep and I woke up and it was on. I was pissed off. Kempire, enjoy your dinner. I hope to talk to you soon. Good night.
So much, Michelle. Take care. Michelle said the most doing. I mean, no lies were told. I didn't even think about that. They're lucky they even cracked 300,000. But I think that's partially because they forced many of us that DVR Real Housewives of Dubai automatically went into that damn show. All right, Ify, I'm going to bring you up. Hold on one second. Hey, what's going on?
Hi, Kempire. So good to hear your voice. It's been a really long time since
I know.
I'll be really quick. I think that Caroline is a little suspect. I don't want to say that she's a scammer.
Wait, which one?
Like there's more to the story of
Wait. Which one?
Sorry, Stansbury.
Gotta be clear.
I know, very clear. I think that there's more to the story with her divorce from her ex-husband. I really did not like that them comment. I felt like there was a little bit of, me personally, some racial undertones there. And I do agree with the previous caller. I think that there was more that she probably said that they edited out. I also thought it was strange that they had her and Sergio on Watch What Happens Live, especially since he had previously made those racist Twitter comments. And of course,
in their defense, that's usually taped. So I don't know when exactly they taped that particular episode.
Well, I mean, I think that Bravo definitely once again dropped the ball because there were 2 incidents this week and we haven't heard anything. I absolutely love Chanel Ayan, best addition to the franchise in a really long time. She definitely needs to get a spinoff. I think that Brooks has a really good idea when it comes to building a salon that caters to women of color. I've been to Dubai. I can tell you that it's beautiful. It's nice. There are a lot of very wealthy African women who live there. I'm Nigerian. There's a lot of Nigerian women who live there. They have vacation homes in Dubai. And I think that if she's successfully able to open this and if the website's working and if the business is real, I think that no shade, but shade.
I already know she watches the recap. She's gonna address this, and I'm here for her addressing it because I will bring it back to us next week.
Yeah, and I think she has a really good business plan. It seems as though she's thought about this, and I really wish her luck. I think it's going to be successful. I think I love Lisa because she's not afraid, and this is how you know her husband has money. She is not afraid of Caroline. And the fact that she's been going back and forth with, the ladies, especially Caroline on Twitter, it just shows you that Caroline thinks she's better than these women. I think there's a little bit of arrogance there. And the truth is, you're not the draw for the show. Chanel Ayan is, Lisa is, and even Brooks is. Nina and Sarah, I feel like they're just kind of background noise. They're there. It's good that we have them there. We need, you know, a good like diverse cast, but they're not really bringing anything. Yeah. And last thing I want to say, I'm so proud of you. It's been a while since I've called in. I saw that you have like so many new subscribers. Keep doing what you're doing. And yeah, happy Pride.
Thank you so much. I appreciate you. Take care.
Bye.
Bye. All right, we have a couple more callers that I want to get to, guys. If you're just joining us, this is our weekly recap of the Real Housewives of Dubai. We're live on multiple platforms. TikTok, I see you guys. Thank you so much for the rose. Thank you so much for tapping your screens. We're live on Twitch and Twitter at TheKempire, and we're live on Facebook, TheKempire and Kempire Daily on Facebook. If you haven't liked us there, be sure to like those pages as well. And of course, we're live on the Kempire Daily YouTube channel. I did save, hold on. Brown Art says it should be called Ayan Takes America. Can you imagine? Can you imagine? All right. Let me bring up Eva. I'm going to bring Eva up. Let's one second. Hey, Eva, what's going on?
Hi, Kempire. First of all, I want to talk about Ayan. I'm very proud of her because she's Kenyan just like me. And I know she comes from a very, very poor community. The Somali tribe in Kenya is one of the poorest, and most of them are Muslims actually. And I'm very proud of her because as a woman, she has been able to rise above so many things that comes with that community, especially where she comes from, the village where she comes from. I know a little bit about it. And you know, girls are not educated there, and they're married off at a very early age. So I'm very proud of her, the fact that she has been able to make it. And we're also very proud of her. You know that she was talking about the dowry, although it was a bit uncomfortable when she said, oh, we are bought. Not we are bought, or we are investments to our parents. Our parents take us as investments, not that they take us as investments. For us here in Africa, our parents believe that education is everything. Like me, I have a degree in communication and also a master's degree. And now I'm also doing another. I do have a very good job though, but now I'm also doing another degree in political science. So our parents believe that education is what is going to take you there. You know, we also have to change our continent and the way people see us as Africans. So I'm very proud of her. The only problem is he didn't explain well about the investment. They take us as investment as, like me, my mom and my dad, they always tell me, yeah, you have to invest on being smart and getting the education so that you can come back and change your country and also change a little things that are happening there. So I would like to see them maybe come for like they do a cast trip. I would like them to maybe come to Mombasa. You know, it's very nice and very beautiful. You should come there too. You know,
I would come. Look, I would. Well, you know what? The thing, in all fairness to Chanel Ayan, based on what we've seen of her so far, her interpreting things back into English, I think sometimes can get misconstrued. So I think maybe that's her explaining the whole dowry situation could be some of that too. You know, because based on what we've seen so far from her, she does mix some things up and may not use the, you know, politically correct terminology.
True. But we're very proud of her as Kenyans. And I don't like Caroline Stanbury. She is so snobbish. I don't know. She's almost like Diana Jenkins, the ones at Beverly Hills. Beverly Hills lady is rude and very annoying and so unrelatable. I don't know. Maybe she just be edited out, so there's nothing anybody wants to watch about her.
Lord.
All right, Kempire. Thank you.
Thank you so much for calling in. Are you calling in from Kenya?
No. At the moment, I'm in Dubai.
Oh, okay. All right. We appreciate you. Wait. Before I let you go, though, because you're in Dubai, based on what you're seeing on the show, is it I don't want to say is it an accurate depiction, but I can't think of another word. What do you think of the depiction of Dubai so far on the show?
I've stayed here in Dubai. I travel back and forth. I've traveled a little bit around the world, but I'll tell you something about Dubai. No, they're not telling us about the real housewives of Dubai, the ones who are just married to those rich Arab men. That is not, of course, yes, they're allowed to drive and some are allowed to even go to work, but most of them, because I work with a human rights organization, most of them are not living the kind of life we are seeing. But the Africans and the foreigners in Dubai, they're living a very good life.
Okay.
But the women,
clarified that.
Yeah, but the women and the girls in Dubai and also in places like Saudi Arabia or Qatar or Iraq, some of them are oppressed by their husbands because you just stay home. Maybe your husband has like 4 wives, but they're rich, they're well up. But I would think that even maybe the Dubai government is allowing this show to be aired because the prince right now is being accused even by the United Nations of oppressing women, including his daughters.
Yeah. Yep.
So maybe that is why they. Am I vibrated? Are there vibrations?
No.
Is everything okay?
Okay.
Just a minute. Yeah, but what I would say is they're not telling everything, but they're just talking about a housewife who is a foreigner in Dubai.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right, Eva, I appreciate you sharing your thoughts.
All right, Kempire. Have a good. I think it's evening there. Or...
Yep, evening here and dinner time.
Here. It is 2 a.m.
Oh my goodness. I appreciate you staying up to be a part of our conversation. Have a good night. Go get some sleep.
All right. Thank you.
Bye. Not your phone is bugged. We had that last week with Adam. Girl, look, even you need to call back in next week. I just need to make sure you're okay. Just saying. But we've had this conversation about the perspectives. We had one of those other folks come out in regards to that. This is not the Real Housewives of Dubai. We understand that. We already knew that we wouldn't be able to get that sort of experience on this particular show. Oh, it's 3 a.m. Damn, it's late. All right, let me get these last couple of callers because you know what time it is. Callers, you know what time it is. All right, Brooklyn Star, I'm going to bring you up. What's going on, Brooklyn Star?
Hi, Kempire. How are you?
I'm well. How are you?
I'm good. Okay, I just wanted to start off as Sarah's not giving anything. I don't even know why. I know why she's there. Nina and her husband. Nina is so pretty, but her husband I find so good looking. I think her husband, he's giving like everything. I don't know. I like the salt and pepper. I like the way he looks in his work clothes. I like him. I need her to bring a little bit more than sage and French fries. She needs something else, but I know why she's there as well. Yeah. The license plate took me out. I will be catching a Dubai bus. I bet it's probably like a Mercedes Spinner. I cannot be paying that much for a plate. I think when it comes to Stanbury, it's not a shock. She's always been a mean girl, but she's been a mean girl to girls that were intimidated by her. These some new chicks. They're not intimidated by her. Okay, they really are not. Sergio is clueless. There is crickets inside his head, acorns, birds, I don't know, but there's nothing there. Caroline, if you follow her, does every possible procedure to herself to try to be youthful. She's giving blurred in the face, real age in the neck. The knees is given 85 with the walk. She doesn't want to carry a baby at 46, okay? She does not. Like, I was looking at him like he was crazy. She doesn't want to carry this baby. And I feel like at that moment was the one time I felt like she showed that she's scared of losing him. Because you could tell she doesn't want to carry a baby. Yeah. I think the reason that Lesa did not jump down Caroline's throat is because isn't there like a law that you can't be aggressive in public or physical or bad language? Like you could catch a charge, could you not?
You have a point. You have a point.
Yeah, I think you can act out in public. Like you could really end up somewhere.
And the reason why Caroline Stanbury feels free to do that is because of her connections to the Crown Prince, allegedly.
She's protected. Lisa's not. And I think that's why, because she had to remember, she got up and she had to walk away, because I don't think she would let a comment like that slide. Yeah. Suck, who? Like, you stop playing with me. And also, Sergio is always daytime, he's there, nighttime, he's there. The only place he's not is a job. What does he do? Like, it's so weird. The budget of Dubai's filming is insane. It is so pretty. It looks like a Netflix show. It's not given the same to the other cities. And I think Lisa could take Caroline's man. I think she's just that bad. I think she could take it, and he would not go back. That's about it.
Oh damn! I was about to say something shady. I'm not gonna.
Can I just say that, weren't you gagged if you watch what happened, that his family offered him a lot of money not to be with her?
Oh, I didn't hear that part.
Oh, yeah. That's why she doesn't like his parents. They offered him a lot of money not to even date her, not to marry her, not to even get into this relationship with Caroline. And she was tight about that. So I just don't understand why he's with her. I really don't. Like, it's very confusing. They only have one embryo. What are you going to do? Because he said, we must extend my line. She only has one egg, a boy, with you. What are you going to do if it doesn't happen?
Yeah.
So, yeah, but
all right.
Caroline is definitely a British Karen, and I'm over her. And she admitted that she saw nothing wrong with the dog peeing in the bed. She lost me. I was a fan before the show started, but she lost me when she confirmed she didn't mind the dog pee in the bed. She wasn't getting up. She's great.
Brooklyn Star, thank you so much for calling in.
No problem. Bye.
All right. And the last caller, guys, you're just joining us. We're talking about the Real Housewives of Dubai's 4th episode. Replay crew, we always want to hear what you guys have to say. And as always, we don't moderate adults. So feel free to share your opinion, have the conversation with other people having the conversation in the comment section, but no, badgering people or bullying people in the comment section. Just a reminder. All right, Stefan, I'm going to bring you up for a quick comment. What's going on, Stefan?
Hi, can you hear me?
Yes. Can you hear me?
I can hear you, yes. I'm going to be quick because I know you're hungry and I'm hungry too. I'm thinking about Chick-fil-A. But I just want to say that Stanbury was absolutely out of line by that. She's one of those comments. She may not have meant it like racially because, everybody's like, but you can't say that you can't say that right now being a white woman in this climate. You cannot say stuff like that. And I feel like what the previous caller just said, she is used to being around women who are intimidated by her. And these ladies are not intimidated by her. That's why she's barely around. And we're 4 episodes in, girl. You've missed 2 events. You could have stayed over in London and not even brought it over here to our television screen. That's number one. And then what I'm feeling about Lisa, I love Lisa. I love how her and Chanel, Ayan, ride for each other and everything. But what I want from her, and you have said it a few times in this broadcast, I do not want her to be a confessional gangster. Like, I want her to say what she got to say to Miss Stanbury. Like, even if you can go to jail or whatever for eating the food out in Dubai, baby, it's a very nice, nasty way of, girl, if I wanted your man, I could take him tonight. She could have very much so did that at the party. So I just feel like Caroline Stanbury needs to go. I'm living for Chanel. She is hilarious. Like, everything that she says is hilarious. And it's even more funny because she's like 100% being for real. Like, when she says supersized models, hilarious. That's all I have to say. Have a good night. You get you something to eat.
Thank you so much. Have a good night.
All right, bye.
Bye. First of all, thank you to everyone that called in. Here are my final thoughts on the Real Housewives of Dubai. As I said to you guys before, I feel like we need to give them the proper due time to build this particular city, especially because we've never seen Real Housewives done this way. And so far, I'm enjoying our dream team. But I'm also enjoying the tea that you guys keep sending to me. Don't forget to join our Discord. Let me just post a link. I think the Discord link changed, because I believe that the Discord links change every couple of days. So I'm going to post one right now. Let me just go here really quickly. Join our community if you haven't already. Let me get this. There we go. There we go. There we go. Hold on. All right. And this is a place for all of you around the world that can connect with us. There are different channels to have different conversations on our Discord. Join while we are still taking members, because I am going to close this out at some point because we can't have everybody in there. That way it's not crazy in there. But yeah. Anyways, final thoughts. So I think next week's episode is going to get more interesting when it comes to the show, the ladies interacting. So far, we have peace between Chanel Ayan and Caroline Stanbury. Chanel's going over Caroline's house. I didn't see a gift in sight. And normally, you know, with Ayan, she always brings a gift. I didn't see a gift, but we shall see. I'm looking forward to more. Replay crew, I want to know your thoughts, how you would rate this episode. I thought it was a solid episode. I feel like we're going in the right direction. And everything that I'm hearing, according to these streets, I'm like, oh. And it'll be interesting. Even Adam said we're going to get more of Sarah's storyline, more interesting storyline, more than likely later in the season. We'll see how this all plays out. But we're watching you, Dubai. All the ladies. And I know you're all watching. Hey. I don't care. I'm still going to talk about you. Anyways, everyone, be sure to like the video if you haven't liked the video already. It's an easy and free way of supporting the channel. Don't forget to check out the visual version of our podcast, Kempire Radio, on the Kempire Radio YouTube channel. And be sure to check out the newest episode that came out over the weekend. That's where I talk about a variety of different things that I don't talk about anywhere else. So subscribe to the Kempire Radio podcast and YouTube channel. Thank you to my moderators. Thank you to our Team Kempire and Royal Court members. Don't forget to show some love to the mods for allowing us to have this open and fun conversation about some reality TV. But as you know, here on the channel, your #1 source for pop culture news. We don't talk about just reality TV. We talk about everything in pop culture. All right, y'all. I'm going to get out of here. I'm going to get me some food. I'm hungry. Talk to you guys later. Bye. Oh, my goodness.
You got that hotter than a summertime in July. Time magic, and I got to have it. I got to say it again. Oh my, you got that hotter than a summertime in July. Time magic, and I got to have it. Ooh, baby. You're sugar dripping, chocolate covered waffle cone. No, I can't leave that boy alone. Need a taste up in the morning. You got a girl just jonesing. Need a fix from my favorite type of candy store. Got me shaking, going out of control. Let me have a little something. You know I'm hooked up on that loving. Let's rock, roller skate. Let the stress just slide away. Oh baby, no, don't ever let me go. No, don't ever let me go. Champagne, let's celebrate. Let that old school record play. Oh baby, no, don't ever let me go. No, don't ever let me go. Oh my, you got that hotter than a summertime in July. Time magic, and I got to have it. I got to say it again. Oh my, you got that hotter than a summertime in July. Time magic, and I got to have it. Ooh, baby. You got me feeling like I'm overheating in the shade. There's a rise up in the centigrade. Need a taste to keep me going. You know you keep a girl jonesing. I need a hit, keep it coming, ain't no antidote. One kiss, that's all she wrote. I'm an addict, I confess it. Ooh, this love is a blessing. So let's rock, roller skate. Let the stress just slide away. Oh baby, no, don't ever let me go. No, don't ever let me go. Champagne, let's celebrate. Let that old school record play. Oh baby, no, don't ever let me go. No, don't ever let me go. Oh my, you got that hotter than a summertime in July. Time magic, and I got to have it. I got to say it again. Oh my, you got that hotter than a summertime. summertime in July. Time magic, and I got to have